Thank you very much, and I'm delighted to be here to be able to speak with you and share some of my views. As has just been stated, California has a large and growing Iranian community, and particularly in Los Angeles, which I believe is the largest Iranian community outside of Iran. Yours is a new organization, founded just 6 months ago. And I understand that Tom Pickering, who I just saw leaving the room, Dr. Hans Plix, and David Albright have just addressed you. And so I'm very pleased to follow them because I very much respect them. For several years, I've been interested in trying to be a constructive force for peace and stability in this difficult part of the world. Now the powder keg in which nations and values conflict and collide. I've watched as the Iraq war continues. Israeli and Palestinian peace remains elusive. Iran begins to exert itself in the region, and Sunni nations grow more and more concerned. There's no question that Iran today, isolated and belligerent, constitutes both a present and future challenge to the stability and security of several concerned nations as well as our own. Last year, the United States indicated its alarm about Iran supplying weapons and tactical support to Shia militias in Iraq, and stated that if this continued, the United States would, quote, seek out and destroy weapons supply networks used by Iranian agents, end quote. Also, Iran's support of terrorist organizations, particularly Hezbollah and Hamas, remain of deep concern and continues unabated. And finally, the government of Iran has had an intransigent hatred of Israel, and its willingness to deny Israel the right to exist remains unacceptable and a major hurdle to peace and security in the region. So it's in this context that we must understand the number one question of the day. Does Iran seek nuclear weapons, and for what purpose? In November of 2007, the United States intelligence community released a comprehensive assessment on Iran's nuclear program. That report, which is the compilation of all of the intelligence communities, some 15 of the United States, is called the National Intelligence Estimate. It was both an eye-opener and the source of major controversy. The NIE's first conclusion, front and center, was that the intelligence community judges, quote, with high confidence that in the fall of 2003, Tehran halted its nuclear weapons program. This was a clear declaratory statement, and it signified a major shift from the judgments of past intelligence reviews. A footnote in the NIE made clear that a nuclear weapons program has three parts. First, the enrichment of fissile material. Two, a weaponization program to make that material into a weapon. And three, a means to deliver the weapon. The halt refers specifically to the weaponization part. The two other parts, the enrichment of fissile materials and the making of a delivery system, remain serious concerns. But equally as clear, the NIE judged, again with high confidence, that until the fall of 2003, Iran was pursuing an illegal covert nuclear weapons program. This was the strongest intelligence statement to date, and it is backed up with evidence in the classified text of the NIE that Iran did, in fact, have a program, and that Iran's leaders in Tehran could turn that program back on at any time. Finally, the NIE made a statement that speaks directly to the main issue of today's discussion: whether and how to approach Iran diplomatically. And it said this, and I quote, "Our assessment that the nuclear program was halted primarily in response to international pressure suggests Iran may be more vulnerable to influence on the issue than we judged previously, end quote. The NIE, in essence, suggests a window of opportunity to begin to engage Iran in discussion, and with the help of European and other allies, to see if Iran can be moved toward positive engagement with the Western world on this vital question, as well as other issues of concern. So this NIE represents the first opening for engagement. The question is, how should we proceed with Iran?